much for joining us. We have a huge night of action in store. The stars are out in North Carolina, including the AEW Continental Champion, the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, the greatest tournament wrestler of all time. And tonight in our main event, a massive trios match. Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli take on FTR and the man now known as Cope, Adam Copeland, plus Julia Hart makes her return to the ring for the first time in months to take on Jamie Hayter in a huge grudge match. Plus the former AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Acclaim, will take on Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Syndicate. But coming up next, Orange Cassidy, Hangman Adam Page, one-on-one spilling out of our main event from this past Saturday at World's End. And let's take you back to hear from the champion, Moxley.
They all talk. They talk and they talk, and they talk a lot about who they are, what they're gonna do. Then when the bullets start flying, when things get real, that's not who they are at all. Who they are when you put their feet to the fire is often very, very different. This woman took a bullet tonight because she's a woman of integrity, of iron will, of impeachable character. Because she's somebody who stands with me, and I accept nothing less. What would you take a bullet for, huh? Anything? I grabbed this company, this entire organization by the strap, and I dragged it to safety through a pandemic. I have taken bullet after bullet after bullet for this company. Set it on fire. I will melt it down. I will sink it in the bottom of the ocean. I will destroy the AEW World Championship before I let anybody else get their greedy, lying, soulless, criminal fingers on it ever again. Adam Copeland, I know exactly what he's about. We are not rebels. No, rebels rebel against authority. Nobody has authority over us. I am the king. Tonight, Adam Copeland, you were just the loudest guy in the room.
FTR, the Rated R Superstar, and Death Riders, you want to fight tonight? We'll give you the damnedest fight of your life.
Yeah, tonight is also Fight for the Fallen, where we fight for Western North Carolina and the people that never quit fighting for themselves, and neither will we.
You want to try and take out my friends? Huh? You take out Darby Allin, you try and take out these guys? Well, guess what? It's 2025. First Dynamite, streaming on Max, TBS. So let's get going to Moxley. At World's End, I saw something I've never seen in your eyes before. I saw fear. And it's because deep down inside, you know I'm just as sick. No, I'm sicker than you. This is going to be fun.
Rated FTR. Out.
Wow, Adam Copeland is fired up, Tony.
Three guys who live in this area. This means so much to them, and this program kicking off on Max tonight, as well as TBS. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opening contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from wherever, weighing whatever, wrestling squeeze, Orange Cassidy.
And I mentioned this match spilling out of the events that transpired this past Saturday at World's End. There was multiple occasions where it seemed like the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley, was beaten. It seemed like Orange Cassidy had him dead to rights, but it was the intervention of Hangman Adam Page that prevented him.
Pulling out the referee, as you can see right there. And of course, Jon Moxley, as angry as he is still the AEW World Champion.
And Orange Cassidy, he said after the event that this was not a role that he ever wanted. This is not a role that he relished. He stepped up because he had to, but what he's doing isn't working. He's got to set things right, and he starts tonight with this man.
And his opponent from Aaron's Creek, Virginia, weighing 229 pounds, Hangman Adam
pain. And Orange Cassidy has to realize what he's in for here. I mean, in some ways, Hangman Adam Page is like Jon Moxley in that he doesn't give a damn. And it's a brand new year. You're exactly right. And this is going to be a very, if I can use the term, explosive matchup between two of the real top stars in AEW.
Really, I mean, two of the AEW originals in Hangman Adam Page and Orange Cassidy, men that were featured on the first Double or Nothing all the way back in 2019. Now, kicking off 2025 here on TBS, streaming on Max for the first time. And a big chip on the shoulder of Orange Cassidy, but I don't know if there's any larger chip than the one that's on the shoulder of Hangman Adam Page.
It stays with him. It's part of his makeup. We didn't know that throughout the years when he was AEW World Champion, exactly what he will do, the depth that he will go to. But that feud or that issue that he had with Swerve Strickland just put him over the top.
Cassidy looking for the orange punch early here. Hangman thinking Deadeye perhaps. Orange Cassidy slips free, roll up, roll through, goes Hangman. Brings Cassidy up to his feet, swinging a miss. Now, Orange Cassidy thinking beach break, but now look at these two guys countering one another back and forth. Orange punch, miss. Hangman to the outside, looking for buckshot lariat. Cassidy evades, slips underneath. Frenetic pace to kick us off here, Tony.
And I think it's great to see that both men know each other so well or have studied each other so well. They both hit their big shots, or at least attempted to, in the first 30 seconds of this match, Excalibur.
As Orange Cassidy, even though he does have a chip on his shoulder, he is who he is. He is who we thought he was.
Of course
and
he
he
is.
does not change. As Cassidy goes over Hangman, the roll up.
Wow.
Trying to make a quick end.
Almost got the win that time. Got a 2 count and a forearm shot and another one. And you can see that Hangman wants Orange Cassidy to lay it in. Whoa. Hangman laid that one in, though. Right hand, right cross to the jaw, and back to the corner he goes once again.
And Tony, we've talked about Max. We talked about how Orange Cassidy, Hangman Adam Page, two AEW originals. Right now, not only is AEW streaming on Max, but also all the pay-per-views, all the television from AEW Year 1 2019 available on its part of the Max library as Hangman Adam Page. Gesturing to the crowd, Orange Cassidy very nearly made him pay the price for that one.
That's great news. Year 1, 2019. What a year that was.
The cover, the leg is hooked. Cassidy able to break free.
It was pre-pandemic, if you'll recall, and things were a lot different in the world at that time, and AEW was just starting. You can see it all on Max. Tremendous.
Hangman Page with the advantage, backing Orange Cassidy up to the corner now, raking the eyes across the ropes. Orange Cassidy, for as powerful and prolific of a striker as he is, especially that orange punch, he's not going to win a prolonged exchange with Hangman Adam Page standing up.
Yeah, and you know what, Excalibur, he knows that. So he's going to try to use his quickness maybe to get a punch in. Like right there, he ducked through.
Bandera as Cassidy elevated up and over the top, and Hangman leaves his feet, lands the lariat, sends Cassidy spilling to the outside.
There's what you were talking about. That one blow, that lariat, just floored, literally floored Orange Cassidy.
Yes. Well, Hangman barking out some instructions, telling the ringside security, maybe some of our camera crew, to move out of the way as he sends Cassidy hard into the barricade.
You know, this arena is a fantastic pro wrestling arena, and I've been in here many, many times throughout the years, even house shows here. And great fans. And you know what? After what these fans have gone through after Hurricane Helene, it's great to see them here in attendance.
Yeah, we also have some of the first responders that helped during the hurricane in the house tonight. Great to honor them and their contributions. But right now, Hangman Page, after breaking the count, oh, wait a second, could be thinking powerbomb. He's right in front of our announce desk, and Orange Cassidy, the reversal. Hangman struggling to his feet. Cassidy now in pursuit. Now struggling to his feet, struggling to his seat, I should say. And now Cassidy, that right hand raised aloft, now crashing down on the head of the Hangman.
And take a look at the fans. They are with Orange Cassidy each and every way. Great wrestling fans in this town. And it's great to be here for the very first time ever. And right there, it looked like Hangman was checking his teeth. I'm not so sure. There he goes again.
Yeah, remember, These two men were part of that grueling four-way match
was it
just
ever?
a few nights ago at World's End. So you would have to imagine they're coming into this at less than 100%, but as the old adage goes, nobody's ever 100% in wrestling.
No, not at all. And not only that, if you go back and take a look at that match, it goes back to numbers again. John Moxley and the Death Riders, they just swarmed. They were two. Oh, look at this.
Wow, crossbody intercepted as Hangman. Now the follow-away slam. Cassidy sent careening into the ropes. The roll up the cover. And Cassidy able to break free.
I was going to say Moxley and the Death Riders just too prepared for World's End.
Yeah, we saw how Hangman Adam Page cost Orange Cassidy a potential opportunity at winning the AEW World Championship.
Right.
Wheeler Yuta likewise intervening, costing Jay White a shot. And you know Jay White's got to be seething after that.
Absolutely. We've got more about Jay White coming up here on this telecast.
A roll up here, Orange Cassidy. Very nearly sneaking away with one now. The PK, the running kick on target. Hangman's rattled. Cassidy coming through the ropes, looking for that DDT. Nope. Hangman counters, changes grip. Stun Dog Millionaire. Hangman. His momentum carried him to the outside. For better or for worse, he landed on his feet, Tony.
Orange feeling pretty good right now, Excalibur. Here he goes. Watch out. Let's see if he can connect.
Orange Cassidy, no. Hangman interrupting the tope attempt, and now pops up Cassidy. Oh, very dangerous. Could have been a potential powerbomb on the apron, but instead, follow-away slam on the ramp. Cassidy goes down. Hangman has the advantage, and fans don't go anywhere because the action continues live on Dynamite.
Well, once again, we talk so much about what it takes to be a great wrestler, but timing is so essential to what these guys do. And the timing, I mean, was the timing and the too much time that Orange Cassidy took to get to the floor.
Now, remember, Hangman Adam Page is a former AEW World Champion. He's just about as resilient as they come. And Cassidy just waited a fraction of a second too long, and Hangman was able to recover and able to capitalize.
Now, that boot to the face was not to try to hurt Orange Cassidy. That was just to try to show him up, basically what it is.
And Hangman now with may have had his finger fish hooked in the mouth of Cassidy. As now Hangman looking for the cover. 2 count, says referee Stefan Smith.
Man, that's mean. Have you ever been fish hooked?
Yeah, it's very unpleasant.
Oh my gosh, it takes a very deranged person. I was going to say evil. Deranged person to do something like that.
That was Bryan Danielson that did it to me, actually.
Oh wow. Well, there you go. Okay. And then of course some people deserve it. You never know. And you know, Jeff Jarrett, tonight we're going to be hearing from him. He's going to make an announcement regarding his future. Yeah,
he's very evasive on Saturday night,
right,
after defeating QT Marshall on the 0 hour for World's End. But Hangman Adam Page now, Death Valley driver, the leg is hooked. Whoa, very close.
Boy, Hangman has so many great offensive maneuvers. We talk so much about the buckshot, the dead eye, but there's more to him than just those 2 maneuvers, those 2 moves. He can do a lot of different things.
Just like this, the crossface as he has Cassidy grounded. You see Orange trying to engage in some hand fighting, trying to break the grip of Hangman Adam Page, but easier said than done. Hangman, tremendous grip strength. A lot of hours in the gym, a lot of hours working on those hands, but now Orange Cassidy doing the smart thing, making the rope, making his way to the rope to force the break from the referee.
And now trying to just get in the face of Stefan Smith here. And Orange Cassidy, as you can tell, is in a bad way.
Yeah, but just like Hangman Adam Page is resilient, Orange Cassidy exemplifies that very, very well as well.
I'm surprised that he circled back to get him.
We are back live from Asheville, North Carolina. AEW Dynamite, Fight for the Fallen. And right now it is Orange Cassidy that has fallen underneath the heavy, heavy blows from Hangman Adam Page.
Just measuring him right now. It's a big discus shot that time.
That rolling elbow strike. And kind of goes back to what we were talking to earlier, Tony. Orange Cassidy cannot afford to engage in a protracted upper body striking exchange with Hangman Adam Page.
He's going for the buckshot right now. If he can measure him, get him right. Simple.
Taking himself out of range.
Yes, sir.
In a way that only Orange Cassidy can pull off.
That's classic Orange Cassidy right there.
But I don't think Cassidy realizes it, that Hangman Adam Page drops to the floor and now in pursuit behind him.
He can't escape him here, Excalibur.
As Hangman, a high boot fired into the jaw of Orange.
Yeah, the blows he's taken so far in this match, he just couldn't really run from Hangman.
But Cassidy, now the tope suicida sent hard into that barricade, but Hangman reversing it, now sending Cassidy crashing into the barricade.
You talked about resilience of the Orange Cassidy. You saw a glimmer of it right there as he did that tope, but Hangman was well to the task.
Yeah, Hangman absorbed it, and now Cassidy once again
waving goodbye.
And we've seen the temper of Hangman Adam Page boil over and over recent months. This is, I'm sure, not sitting well.
And you know what? I think Orange Cassidy knows that. And now he's going to go to the pockets. It's going to tick off Hangman even more.
As Hangman swinging on miss, Cassidy. Double-footed drop kick. Staggers Hangman back to the ropes. Now Orange up to his feet. Swinging on miss again by Hangman. Cassidy, momentum carried him to the outside. Hangman bounced off two.
Say what you want to about hands in the pocket. It just seems to motivate and give Orange Cassidy a second life, a second win.
3 turnbuckles for Hangman, maybe a 4th in the future. Yes, there is. And remember, I mean, that's just a thin pad over that steel turnbuckle, Tony.
Yes, it is. We don't talk about that enough, but that's exactly what it is. It is solid underneath.
Now Cassidy to the top. He favors the diving cross body, but Hangman Adam Page, if I know that, Hangman knows that as well.
Hangman's got him up.
And DDT, what a counter by Cassidy.
Unbelievable what Cassidy can do from up top.
Cassidy building up speed, now goes around a second DDT. Hangman driven down the cover, 2 and
you see that so much from Orange Cassidy, but each and every time he comes up with a little bit of spin, a little bit something different for the connect.
Yeah, the timing, the creativity of Orange Cassidy is very nearly unparalleled. As Hangman, you saw the change in demeanor, the look in his eyes, Tony.
Absolutely.
There's that dark side, that fire that burns within of Hangman Adam Page. Kick intercepted. Hangman again with a lariat attempt. Oh, that one rocked Orange Cassidy.
He ate the foot from Orange Cassidy. Look at the eyes.
Hangman Page, buckshot lariat, no. Little stunner step, beach break, the cover, 2 and
whoa. Well, that's one of his big shots, that beach break, and he did it with some great sense of timing that time.
Yeah, the little stutter step threw off Hangman Adam Page and his momentum, and Orange Cassidy able to counter to land the beach break and very nearly take the victory.
Great opening match for our first time here on Max. And the fans want the orange punch.
And that elbow pad coming off, that's what it typically means. But now the reversal, the roll up, and Hangman able to kick out. Cassidy still on the attack. Orange punch.
He's going for it again, I think.
Yes. A second one. Hangman goes down.
Smart. Get out of the ring.
Oh, the boot through the ropes. Orange punch, 3 shots to the jaw of Hangman Adam Page, but he's still on his feet, Tony.
He's going for a 4th one here. Wait a minute.
Boom! Shot! Lariat! Hangman connects! And gets the win!
Hangman Adam Page.
That was a well-earned win off of a great star to open up our first telecast.
Oh, wait a second now.
25. Come on now. Come on.
Completely classless by Hangman Adam Page. He cost Orange Cassidy the AEW World Championship Saturday night. He got the win tonight. How much is enough for this man?
He's going to go for the dead eye on a man who's, oh my God, head first.
Oh, he's hanging on. A second dead eye, completely unnecessary behavior as the staff, the referee corps coming out. And Christopher Daniels, longtime friend of Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, God. It's good. He may not be the executive vice president anymore, Christopher Daniels. He's still an official of AEW, and there is no call for what Hangman get is done here tonight.
He's still a friend. He's still a mentor.
Exactly.
To Hangman Adam Page.
This is brutal. This is beyond anything.
Uncalled for, unnecessary behavior by Hangman Adam Page.
What do you expect from a man that blows up another man's home?
Wow, well, we talked about how Hangman cost Orange Cassidy the AEW World Championship. Jay White with an opportunity later tonight to get right back into the mix. Let's hear from him ahead of that matchup.
We are not starting 2025 off the way I had planned. Now, I had planned after World's End by January 1st to be the AEW World Champion, and that plan worked almost perfectly. Blade Runner, 1, 2, and then Wheeler Yuta throws himself on top of the referee, not just costing me any moment, he cost me the moment, he cost me my moment, and that makes me feel... Look, words won't do it justice. So, Wheeler, I promise you, I will show you over and over again exactly how I feel. But don't worry, because I still have a path to Moxley at Maximum Carnage. And next week, in the Casino Gauntlet, I will walk along that path to you, Moxley. But first, tonight, I face 2 former AEW champions, and I beat 2 former AEW champions. It's nothing personal, fellas. Roderick Strong, Swerve Strickland, you will simply be the catalyst, collateral on my way to the goal. It doesn't matter what you're the Messiah of. It doesn't matter whose house it is. You will breathe with the Switchblade.
That three-way match that is coming up later on tonight, it is crucial for that Casino Gauntlet match. You get to enter at number 1 if you win. If you are Switchblade, Jay White, Roderick Strong, or Swerve Strickland.
This is tag team bout at the one fall. Introducing first, the Blade.
We'll have more on that in a moment, but right now, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, they had these comments earlier tonight. Let's hear from the Acclaim.
You were looking live at the best wrestler alive, and tonight, the Acclaim is enough of that. I was this close to beating Chris Jericho on Rampage, and before we go out there, I need to know, did you or did you not hit me on purpose with that belt?
Okay, why are you doing this? We have an interview right now.
Answer the question, Max.
You waited this long? No, I didn't, okay? It was an accident. Get your head in the game. We got a huge match tonight. And cut all the funny stuff, please. This is the Hurt Syndicate. No scissoring. I'm not even gonna rap. I'm not gonna get in trouble today. I'm focused. Are you focused? Come on, because tonight it's just you and me. Anthony Bowens and the best wrestler alive doing what we do best. And that's a mic drop.
Bowens and Caster cannot afford to be divided. We've seen the relationship deteriorating over the recent weeks, Tony, thanks in large part to the business card given to Max Caster by MVP.
And their opponents being accompanied by MVP, the standard of excellence, Shelton Benjamin, the almighty Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Syndicate.
And Tony Schiavone, Caster and Bowens have maybe tenfold, if not more, tag team experience than Lashley and Benjamin have together. This is their tag team debut here in AEW. Of course, they teamed up prior to this, but I mean, they are such formidable singles wrestlers that when they are united on his purpose, Benjamin and Lashley, they are so dangerous.
Well, they claim to have 62 tag team wins, the most of any tag team in AEW. They've wrestled 81 matches as a team.
You're talking about the Acclaim.
The Acclaim, right.
Yeah.
But on the other end, like you were saying, you've got Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, 2 of the great athletic specimens. Not only that, part of the Hurt Syndicate, because MVP will tell you we are here to hurt people. So that tells me that they are going to try. You know what? This thing about Bowens, and look.
Well, MVP coming to join us at the desk.
And Caster wants to start things, and he paid for it. Shelton Benjamin just decked Caster.
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
Right hand now. Sending Caster in the corner. MVP, welcome to the desk. Great to have you here. As
gentlemen, the pleasure is all yours as usual.
Is Bobby Lashley going to work on Max Caster?
Yeah, Lashley is a freaking powerhouse. Look at this.
And now, MVP, I have to ask, when you gave Max Caster that business card, I mean, what were the intentions there? Was that the golden ticket, so to speak?
Well, it was, but he took too long to answer. But I took it one step further, and I asked my colleagues, Shelton Benjamin and of course, Bobby Lashley, and their reply was simply, we don't want him.
Wow, we don't want him.
We don't want him.
Wow.
Well, I mean, Caster, alongside Anthony Bowens, former AEW World Tag Team Champion, former AEW World Trios Champion with Billy Gunn and Anthony Bowens. But right now, Caster is getting worked over in the corner by Bobby Lashley.
He's getting hurt. He's getting hurt.
That's what you guys are about. We talked about that.
Isn't he the so-called best wrestler alive?
Well, you know, I was going to bring that up. He says he's the best wrestler alive. He talks about it all the time.
And that's just disrespectful to two of the greatest wrestlers in the history of our sport.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, thinking back to Full Gear and watching how Bobby Lashley absolutely dismantled Swerve Strickland, former AEW World Champion, and now Benjamin on the hunt. And Anthony Bowens not doing a lot to intervene, not doing anything actually to intervene, letting.
But can you blame him, though?
No,
Can you blame him?
I mean, Tony, you were there Friday night at Rampage when Caster cost Bowens that match with Chris Jericho. I mean, it was inadvertent, quote-unquote, by Caster.
Yeah, but then Caster runs. After they have that tug-of-war with the Ring of Honor World
Caster
Title
should
belt.
be running now for his life. Look at him.
I don't think he can, MVP. I don't think he's in the...
Okay, now.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe he heard you.
Gets maybe bailed out by Anthony Bowens. No, Bowens. He ran into a steel post. And now rolling elbow strike. Caught Bobby Lashley unawares. Now the fast hands of Anthony Bowens. Rocking Benjamin.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin's in trouble here. Look at that gut shot.
No, he's not in trouble. Stop exaggerating. That's ridiculous.
And now, out kick to the knee. And not sure what Caster was doing. He was reaching it at Anthony Bowens.
They kind of slowed Bowens up there a little bit.
And out kick to the chest.
All he's doing is succeeding in pissing Shelton off. That's all.
Blind tag.
That's what he disrupted Bowens' momentum the first time, and now that got him out of position.
And that's going to cost him dearly. Dearly.
Bowens and Caster now, things breaking down even further between this long-time partnership.
Look at Benjamin just waiting.
Benjamin. German suplex with the release.
Oh, I'm sure there's more to come. Sit tight, sit tight.
Here we go.
Yes.
Two-time NCAA All-American Shelton Benjamin.
One more. How about one more for the house? Shelton, one more. One more. Give him one more. Take him for a ride.
That's what he's going to do.
And Anthony Bowens, look at this, he's dropped off the apron. If Max Caster wanted to get in the ring so badly, Bowens is going to let him, I guess. And fourth German suplex.
Well, there's nothing he can do about it.
No, nothing at all right now.
Oh.
That rising knee strike.
And ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming. This is all over.
Bobby Lashley now. The spear cuts Caster in half.
Oh, my God.
And the hurt lock for the finish. What? Oh, no.
Just hoisting Caster up. Caster over 6 feet tall, 230 pounds, and Bobby Lashley making it look easy. And now the hurt lock is locked in, and Caster almost immediately fading and tapping out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hurt tonight.
We sure did tonight. And Bowens on the outside, not even coming in to help his partner.
The first edition.
Well, whether you call yourself the best wrestler alive, whether you trademark the term, Max Caster just got dog walked by the Hurt Syndicate here tonight.
Without a doubt, the most powerful tag team in AEW right now. They hurt people, and they did tonight.
Well, right now, let's hear from Swerve Strickland ahead of the three-way match later on tonight.
Swerve Strickland later tonight, you will be facing Jay White and Roderick Strong in a three-way match. The winner gets the #1 spot in next week's Casino Gauntlet match on AEW Dynamite.
I hear him. I still hear him. And I got to apologize to those people that have been screaming my name arena after arena, city after city. I've been a little bit distracted the last few weeks. But I tell you what, this all ends tonight. I get back into doing what I do best, better than anybody else in this world. And I show my 2024 belong to whose house? Yeah. It starts tonight in this three-way that guarantees me a spot in the casino gauntlet. Matter of fact, I never even been in one of these. You realize that, right?
Oh, I know why.
Oh, yeah, why's that?
Because you're the world champion.
Exactly. Oh, and one last thing, Marvez. Happy New Year, everybody.
Action continues live tonight on Dynamite, coming to you on TBS and streaming for the first time on Max.
This battle is number 1 fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Southampton, England, Jamie Hayter.
Tony Schiavone, this match coming up a few weeks in the making. Jamie Hayter made her return late last year after 15 months on the shelf, but it was a Collision. Winter is coming. The lights went out. We had seen Julia Hart disrupting Hayter's packages, but this was the first time it got physical between these two competitors.
She slipped in darkness to Julia Hart. There'll be no slipping in darkness here because Jamie Hayter, I think, has looked sensational after coming. Well, we knew it would get dark, but I think she's looked sensational since returning to the ring after her long hiatus because of an injury.
And her opponent, entering the House of Black, Julia Hart.
Well, you mentioned Jamie Hayter's layoff due to injury. Likewise, the princess of the Black Throne, Julia Hart, suffering a shoulder injury last April amid her reign, her first reign as TBS champion. But Tony Schiavone, this young athlete, Julia Hart, just 23 years of age, the first of many championship reigns, I'm sure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Excalibur. You're taking a look at a young lady who is wrestling a very important match for her. She comes in with a lot of confidence, as always, but this is the first time she has seen action in the ring in 255 days. For Jamie Hayter, it was 458 days. So she knows what it's like to have her first match back.
And Hayter, of course, has been wrestling these past few months, making her surprise return at All in London when we were at Wembley Stadium last August. And since then has been active. If there was any bit of ring rust on Jamie Hayter, she has most certainly shaken it off. But does Julia Hart have the poise, have the experience to come into this match at 100%?
I think it was very, very revealing that Hayter had just absolutely turned her back to Julia Hart. Julia with a little smile on her face when that happened.
Now the wry smile, the duck underneath of the collar and elbow tie-up. Julia Hart, certainly the layoff from the ring has not dampened her confidence as Hayter now. Collar and elbow tie-up as Julia slips underneath. A little bit of a shove, and now going after the arm of Jamie Hayter.
It's a match we've been looking for a long time, Excalibur, for many, many reasons.
It's a match that Jamie Hayter's been looking for a long time, I can tell you that.
Absolutely it is.
Now a handful of hair from Julia bringing Hayter down, but Hayter kicking back up to her feet a third time, and now Hayter returns the favor, drags Julia down.
Well, you know, of course, we never have heard from Julia Hart about the reasons that she has for attacking Jamie Hayter and singling out Jamie Hayter, but it's pretty obvious.
Well, I think, I mean, if to make a uneducated guess, I would say in calling out Jamie Hayter, Julia Hart is calling out a former AEW Women's World Champion, a dominant former champion. And what better way to get yourself right back in the mix than to come out of the gates to knock off Jamie Hayter here tonight. As Hayter, though, showing her power, driving Julia down.
Yeah, but be careful what you wish for, Julia Hart, against the powerhouse that is Jamie Hayter, and who is wrestling with a lot of confidence and who's been back a lot longer than you have.
As now Hayter looking to close the distance in the corner. The splash in the corner. Julia Hart is rocked here as Hayter, a second one. And Julia getting everything she asked for.
She sure is.
As Hayter coming in, back elbow though. Julia, nice anticipation there, and a shot to the back sends Jamie Hayter crashing to the ring apron, and now Julia assists her out to the floor.
Now Julia's going to go out after her.
Julia Hart crossbody attempt. Hayter again using her power, and Jamie Hayter. I'm not sure if she got her hands on the steps, preventing what would have been a disastrous crash, and now, Julia landing on the steps, and...
trouble now.
Jamie Hayter driven onto the steps. Remember that 15-month layoff, Tony, was due to a back injury suffered by Jamie Hayter. Julia Hart looking to exploit that, and fans don't go anywhere because the action continues live on Dynamite.
As you could see, Jamie Hayter hit the back of her head on those steel steps, but also, like you said, the back. And now Julia's going to work on the back even more up against that LED board.
Of course, Tony, you know it very well. Neck injuries, back injuries, spinal injuries. I got there eventually. They never go away. You can rehab, you can have surgery, you can do as much to deal to support with that injury, but it's something that sticks with you for the rest of your career, the rest of your life.
And of course, obviously, if you know anything about spinal injuries, and believe you me, I do, they affect your limbs, your arms, your legs, your movement. It affects your strength, especially if you get a contusion or you get a compression on the C6.
DDT by Julia Hart. This could be it here. Hart with the cover, too. And Hayter able to kick out. Talk about compressing the spine. Julia Hart, vicious DDT, and now bouncing Hayter's head off the mat.
This is just absolutely vicious. I don't know what purpose this is. Now I know she was going to try to get the win out of this, but, Jamie Hayter still with a lot of reserve. Again, we're looking at a former world champion who was a great world champion before the injury. I think we all can agree to that.
And it took the combined efforts of the group then known as the Outcasts. It was Saraya, Ruby Soho, and Toni Storm. Their combined efforts injured Jamie Hayter, made sure that she was in no shape to compete, and allowed Toni Storm to just take an easy victory over one of the most formidable presences in our locker room.
Absolutely. Once again, it shows many, and it goes back to what Jon Moxley is doing now. It shows that if you have people in your corner that believe in you, the sky's the limit. I mean, it could be called gang warfare if you want to call it that or not, but it works. It worked for Jon Moxley, and it worked, of course, for Toni Storm back then.
And now Jamie Hayter, such power on those strikes, even from her knees. Julia Hart knew that, and now has the headlock cinched in. Once again, targeting the neck of Jamie Hayter. If there is any ring rust on Julia Hart, we're definitely not seeing it, Tony.
No, she's looked great. She looks great. Look at this. Added leverage. Raising the hips up. Putting some more pressure on her own legs, and thus pressure on the neck.
Yeah, as Jamie Hayter, though, you see kicking those feet, trying to slide on her hip towards the bottom rope to force the break on the submission hold. AEW Dynamite, Fight for the Fallen live from Asheville, North Carolina, the Harris Cherokee Center, the home of so many great pro wrestling memories, and our first time here tonight, and we are seeing Julia Hart and Jamie Hayter go into battle here tonight, Tony.
No finesse about Jamie Hayter. Back elbow, fist, boot, straight kick. And look at this, pounding away, a little payback.
The hammer fist from a very frustrated Jamie Hayter. As now Hayter looking for the lariat. Julia ducks underneath, and Hayter hoists her up.
Wow.
The hate breaker could be it. The cover. 2. The momentary pause may have cost the win for Jamie Hayter.
Let's not forget Julia Hart's time off was because of a bad shoulder, like you talked about, in shoulder surgery. Jamie Hayter now kicking the back, kicking the upper body here.
Yeah, this is our first look at Julia Hart post-injury. And this is our first look at seeing how she bounces back. And even though she's at the disadvantage right now, Julia Hart comporting herself well, being in there with the former AEW Women's World Champion.
Just turning her back to Julia Hart. Could be luring her in. Yep, absolutely.
Julia Hart using those powerful boots to drive Hayter down in the corner. Now Julia up to the top. She favors the moonsault press from the top rope. Has she dished out enough damage to Jamie Hayter? No.
Hayter was too close that time.
And Julia ducked underneath now. Back heel trip. Cover. 2. And Hayter able to break free. We've seen Julia Hart concentrating on that neck, the head of, now the Heartless is cinched in. The submission technique from Julia Hart, perhaps all in service, or the damage to the neck all in service of this submission technique.
Rising knee strikes, though, helps Jamie Hayter get the advantage. She's got Julia Hart up, Excalibur.
The power of Jamie Hayter, allowing her to get to a vertical position. And Julia, though, now freeing one arm, but Hayter.
Oh, my. She's just hanging on that left arm.
Oh, wow. Jamie Hayter now.
It's amazing.
Hoist up hard into the fireman's carry. Oh, Death Valley driver on the knee. Julia Hart on the receiving end of the lariat. The cover. And no. Hart able to break out.
That sliding lariat from Jamie Hayter is lethal. And now she's really, those pounds on the side of the leg are out of frustration from Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, when Hayter comes in with that lariat, she is firing downhill, Tony. Her opponent has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from that, as now Julia retreating back into the corner. Tried to get the knees up, but Hayter just too strong, walked through it.
Now, Julie's done a good job now a couple of times of luring Jamie Hayter into the corner, but right now, Hayter is relentless.
And Jamie Hayter, she's got so many weapons. Of course, the lariat we talked about, the backbreaker we saw. And now, trying to soften up the midsection of Julia Hart as Hayter now to the ropes, maybe thinking of bringing Julia in the hard.
Oh, she hit hard.
Sweeping out the leg. Jamie Hayter crashing hard. Immediately comes up clutching her, I believe, her left arm, left shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like her. Yeah, it looks like her left shoulder. Not sure.
Right, excuse me. Whatever
okay, you're
it was,
right.
It's the ribs. It was a disastrous landing. But oh, wait a second. Julia Hart with that arrow.
She's got the arrow that we have seen in many of her videos.
And Aubrey Edwards sees it clear as day. As now, oh, the mist into the eyes. The mist in the eyes. The referee didn't see it. 2, 3. Julia Hart
steals it. Julia Hart. The arrow was just a diversionary tactic to get the referee's attention. It works. And then the black mist, and Julia Hart comes back with a win. And Jamie Hayter is still stumbling on the floor. Look at her, she can't even get out.
The mist into the eyes, courtesy of the princess of the Black Throne.
Of course, we're not sure what's in that mist, but obviously it burns. And it's meant to burn. It's meant to yeah.
And now Jamie Hayter being looked at by our medical staff. Wow. Julia Hart victorious, but fans, this Saturday was the latest chapter in the epic rivalry between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher.
When I joined the United Empire, you were the kingpin.
We grew this genuine friendship that I treasure.
If I want to stand atop this company and take it to heights it has never seen, I can be nothing like you.
Are you nothing like me, or are you just an Ospreay clone?
Two men who were close friends at one time. That has all been dissolved.
The biggest win of his career! They say with tournaments like this, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I feel like I've been sprinting the whole entire bloody way.
Will Ospreay will face the Blue League winner, Kyle Fletcher.
You will have to kill me to stop this run.
The epitome of AEW.
They are 1-1.
It's over. Suddenly, a
aggressively, violently over. Kazuchika Okada now ties the record set by Masahiro Chono, his 5th major tournament victory.
I can't present you with your championship title. I am no longer EVP, but this man is
Kenny Omega, presenting Okada the Continental Championship. The rivalry between Omega and Okada, it is legendary.
I'm still the best belt machine. I'm still the cleaner. And it's not over.
He is Kenny
To prove that I'm still the best.
How good did it feel to have Kenny Omega return at World's End? But right now, let's hear from the Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada.
I came to AEW in 2024, the year of the Rainmaker. I won the Continental Classic, proving I'm the best tournament wrestler alive. Will Ospreay, little brother, nice try. Kenny, how many times do I have to beat you? So stay out of my business. Mwah, bitch.
The rivalry between Okada and Omega is stuff of legend, and Kenny Omega returns to Dynamite live next Wednesday night.
How great is this? Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, Will Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher. We heard from all of them. I know I'm going to leave out some names. And Mercedes Moné. What a talent roster we have.
Ladies and gentlemen, the TBS champion, the CEO,
Mercedes Moné, fresh off a hard-fought victory this past Saturday at World's End, the rematch with Trish Statlander, and it was Mercedes that left Orlando as still the TBS champion, and now she turns her attention to Japan, the Tokyo Dome. New Japan Pro Wrestling coming up this weekend, but a celebration could be in order for the CEO here tonight. It is New Year's Day, after all.
That's right. This Sunday, Mina Shirakawa gets her shot at the Strong Women's Championship.
Asheville! Say hello to your CEO! The greatest TBS champion to ever exist! And wow, what a 2024. It was so amazing that I had AEW put together a very special package for all of you. So happy New Year to only me. Money Mike, play the package. Money changes everything.
Something big is brewing in Boston for AEW Dynamite.
AEW is the only place where this revolution can be global.
The CEO, Mercedes Moné, our AEW in-ring debut. She captures that TBS title.
I'm not afraid of walking through any door and breaking it down. I'm coming to show the world why I am the greatest of all time.
Didn't I tell you money changes everything?
2 titles, more money for money.
Get a look at what a real star looks like.
She's very confident, and it's taken her a long way here in AEW.
Nobody gets the best of Mercedes Moné.
I have a lot of plans in the works for Wembley.
I am 2 belts Moné. I'm the face of this whole damn company.
An incredible match.
8-0 is Mercedes and still a champ.
AEW
AEW is where the money resides.
Perfect performance from the CEO.
No rest for Mercedes Moné.
Undefeated in her AEW career.
That was the 11th championship defense for Mercedes Moné. She's perfect.
Day 203 as AEW TBS champion. This is a star-making performance internationally.
I am the greatest TBS champion of all time. Thank you. Thank you. And if you thought 2024 was money, just wait till you see what I do this year. Because the first stop on the money train is Tokyo Dome. January 5th for Wrestle Dynasty. I will pit my New Japan Strongman's Championship on the line against Mina Shirakawa. And now, Mina, you have something that I want. More gold. So I am coming for that Rev Pro Championship. And Mina, January 5th, just remember, money changes everything.
And Mina Shirakawa, Rev Pro Women's Champion, an independent wrestling organization in the UK, and it is title for title. This Sunday in Tokyo, Mercedes Moné, will the undefeated streak continue, or will it be hashtag We Want Mina?
Well, something to be learned from this, from all wrestlers. You got to believe in yourself. Mercedes takes it to an extreme, but she believes in herself.
Well, fans, Asheville, North Carolina has been extremely welcoming to AEW. Let's take a look at why we're here with Fight for the Fallen.
Tonight, All Elite Wrestling invites the world to give support and hope to those most affected by Hurricane Helene. Join AEW together in giving to charities on the ground. Asheville Dream Center, Beloved Asheville, Mana Food Bank, American Red Cross, Save the Children, and World Central Kitchen. Scan the QR code to make any donation to these organizations on the front line of disaster relief efforts.
And you can scan the QR code to give to Hurricane Helene relief. So many great organizations here in Asheville supporting the community, helping the rebuilding efforts. And, you know, I mean, they welcomed us with open arms, Tony, and we've got some first responders here tonight taking a well-deserved night off. But I understand earlier today you had a chance to meet with some representatives from the World Central Kitchen here based in Asheville.
World Central Kitchen was here on the Sunday following what happened with Hurricane Helene, and they have over 100 other first responders here. It was great to meet with their man Mike and everybody involved, feeding the people who need to be fed.
And you can scan the QR code to still give. There are so many people here in Asheville that still need your help. And this is the scene. Dax Harwood, Tony Schiavone, presenting the check to the World Central Kitchen, helping with the recovery efforts here in Asheville. And not just in Asheville, but around the world as well. But great moment, but right now, let's head to the back where Alex Marvez is standing by.
Roderick Strong. Big match tonight. Three-way match. Swerve Strickland and Jay White.
First of all, this feels damn good because the Undisputed Kingdom is now complete. Trust me when I tell you that 2025 will be our year. Ain't that right, Kyle?
Oh, yeah. We've got all the bases covered. Trios, tag team, singles matches, and triple threats. Ain't that right, Rod?
Oh, fellas, I couldn't have said it better myself, but tonight I win and guarantee myself a spot in the Casino Gauntlet match next week. And when I do, remember, fellas, it's every man for himself.
Hey, you're damn right, Roddy. Go get him. Go get him, all right? You got it. You got it.
This is a three-way match set for one fall to determine the #1 spot in next week's Casino Gauntlet match. Approaching ring first from Tampa, Florida, weighing 203 pounds, Roderick Strong.
Tony, I know we've got a lot of new fans joining us streaming on Max. the Casino Gauntlet match, a match type that is unique to AEW. It starts out with two competitors, and it can end at any time. There's more entrants that come in at random intervals, so getting that number 1 or number 2 spot is vital if you want to have the best possible chances of winning the match.
And that's what you heard Jay White talk about earlier. I think the Casino Gauntlet has become one of the more innovative and exciting things that we've ever done in AEW.
From Auckland, New Zealand, weighing 222 pounds, Switchblade, Jay White.
Before we get to Jay White, I mean, just ask Roderick Strong about how important an early bird in the Casino Gauntlet match is. It was last June, Dynamite in Los Angeles. There was a Casino Gauntlet match. The match ended before Roderick Strong was even able to enter. He didn't even have a chance. So now that number 1 spot, Jay White has an opportunity to get right back in the mix of the World Championship title scene after suffering the defeat this past Saturday night at World's End, which Wheeler Yuta and the rest of the Death Riders played a large part in.
Being accompanied by Prince Nana from Tacoma, Washington, weighing 230 pounds, Swerve Strickland.
We also heard from Swerve Strickland earlier tonight. He was entering his first Casino Gauntlet match. And why is that, Tony? Because he didn't have to. He was champion while all the other matches took place.
Well, you're looking at 3 men in the ring here. All have been champions. Roderick Strong, of course, former international champion. Jay White, multi-time IWGP World Champion. 2 times, as a matter of fact.
Former AEW World Trios Champion as well.
Right, AEW World Trios Champion as well. And, of course, as you mentioned, Swerve Strickland, a great title reign for him. You know what? And he's also unbeaten in his last 20 matches here on Dynamite. So let's see if he can keep that going tonight and get the number 1 seed for the Casino Gauntlet match.
And that Casino Gauntlet match takes place 1 week from tonight on Dynamite, and then in 2 weeks' time, when Dynamite heads to Cincinnati, Ohio, the AEW World Championship will be on the line 2 weeks from tonight at Dynamite. Jon Moxley will defend against the winner of next Wednesday's Casino Gauntlet match.
Of course, January 15th in Cincinnati will be Dynamite Maximum Carnage. We have got a great 2025 line. I almost said 2015. 2025 lined up for you. And we are going to be in Australia. We've got our All-In that's going, of course, going to be in Texas.
And you can get all the latest on the upcoming events, AEWTIX.com. As right now, some verbal barbs being thrown back and forth, but Swerve opens fires first with the physicality. Right hands to Jay White, right hands to Roderick Strong. Shot to the midsection is now Jay White, Roderick Strong. 2 men who have some very dangerous chops.
Yeah, they're heavy hitters, you're right. Wow. How about that athleticism?
Got tremendous agility as Swerve Strickland, though, the first in the chopping game, sending Jay White to the outside. And there's Roderick Strong landing a solid shot. Reversal into the ropes. Hip toss by Swerve Strickland. Immediately transitions into a brain just suplex, but still great elevation for Swerve as now over the top goes Strickland. And Jay White crashing to the floor here in Asheville.
And listen to the fans, they love Swerve. And he's looking great, Excalibur. He's so agile. You talked about the agility earlier. Look how he hopped up on the apron of the ring.
And we talked about in our opening contest tonight, Tony, about how Orange Cassidy, Hangman Adam Page, still feeling the effects from that match this past Saturday. It was Swerve looking for a cover, immediate kick out. Same could be said about Jay White. He's coming into this match the least fresh of his 2 opponents.
Right, absolutely.
Of the 3 men. Discus shot attempted, but Jay White intercepting, double DDT on both of his opponents. Jay White is a tremendous counter wrestler. Such I mean, such guile inside the ring.
You know, let me say this, too. We saw that Kyle O'Reilly finally mended his fences, so to speak, with Adam Cole. It's so good to see them back together as part of their group.
Yeah, Undisputed Kingdom fully reunited as Swerve sent to the outside. Jay White maybe thinking Uranage, but instead dumping Strong over the top rope.
Strong held on to the top rope, which cushioned the blow that time. Look at Jay White go to work.
Jay White. Oh.
Is that on the shoulder? That was on the right shoulder.
Getting in the face of Prince Nana at ringside as now Jay White flattening out Roderick Strong as well. Jay White doing a great job of neutralizing both of his opponents.
Yeah, Jay White looking great right now. And, you know, doing the right thing as well. You know, kind of separating one of the men to make it a one-on-one contest.
But Roderick Strong breaking free in the back breaker and sending Jay White over the top, crashing onto Swerve, and fans, stick with us tonight on Dynamite. The action continues.
Right to our left here, Prince Nana trying to encourage Swerve to get up, but he cannot. He's still feeling the effects of that shot. Look at this on the apron, thanks to Jay White.
And having Jay White thrown on over the top rope onto him. As Roderick Strong.
Yeah, so basically we still have a one-on-one matchup here, and that's not good for Swerve Strickland at all.
Now this match could end, and Swerve may not have anything to do with the outcome.
Yeah, he could still be on the floor.
As Roderick Strong, the self-styled messiah of the backbreaker, as Swerve, the dropkick sending him into our desk. Roderick Strong.
Yeah, see, I think Roderick Strong doing the right thing here. You've got one man down, you got a one-on-one, try to win the match, get a pin, see if you can slip one in quickly, and look at our main event still to come tonight. Wow.
Yeah, Cope, FTR versus Mox, Yuta, and Claudio, and Swerve again trying to get back into the ring. Roderick Strong caught it out of the corner of his eye and keeping Swerve on the floor. Great defense by Roderick Strong to keep Swerve neutralized and keep the attack on Jay White.
Got to get him in the ring. It's not going to help out matters at all. There you go, Roderick going to get him. Wow, Jay White firing back. Boy, Jay White's got so much reserve.
Yeah, especially, man, caught Swerve right on the chin.
Flush. He's trying to cover up here, and he can't.
The action on the floor. Roderick Strong doing a good job of keeping both opponents at bay as Swerve trying to clear the cobwebs, but Roderick Strong giving him no respite.
Yeah, you got to get somebody back in the ring, Roderick. You want to try to win this. There you go.
As now, Jay White down, and Roderick Strong covered the lateral press, but White able to kick out.
Well, Swerve has been on the floor for the last 4 minutes, 5 minutes or so. And you see Prince not over there on the right of your screen trying to help him up, encourage him to get up.
And Swerve Strickland, he got that kick to the jaw and may have lost a tooth or cracked his jaw, something even worse, but nonetheless, the action inside the ring continues as Roderick Strong elevates Jay White up to the top rope.
I say this every time, but it's so dangerous up there for both men, and I say that because one of these two men can end up spilling onto the floor. You really have to have not only balance, but a lot of confidence up top as well, even though you're getting beaten around.
Welcome back to AEW Dynamite, live on TBS and streaming on Max. Switchblade, Jay White, Roderick Strong, and Swerve Strickland all vying for the #1 spot in next Wednesday's night Casino Gauntlet match, and a dangerous situation playing out before our eyes, Tony.
Yeah, I'm not so sure who hit the hardest, but I think it was Jay White that time. Jay White is also gripping his right knee after that landing. Swerve seems to get to his feet first here.
And Tony, we saw over the last few moments Roderick Strong doing a great job of keeping Swerve Strickland neutralized on the floor and going to work on Jay White, but now Swerve back into the mix and with the upper hand.
That's what you call getting your jaw set. He is ready to go. Whoa! And he connected perfectly. Great sense of timing that time by the former world champion.
Roderick Strong tried to get that boot up again, but Swerve weaves underneath. Backbreaker that time from Swerve and not Roderick Strong, as the power bomb Roderick sent into Switchblade Jay White. Swerve Strickland appears to have the match in hand.
He's so smooth. Look at that!
The power slam, the cover, 2. Roderick Strong there, though, to break it up.
Well, again, the pitfalls of a 3-way or even a 4-way match that we saw on Saturday.
As Swerve, oh! Great anticipation by Roderick Strong. Countering the flatliner attempt, now the sliding drop kick to the side of the head, but Jay White swinging a miss. Strong drives him down, now transitions back to his feet. Roderick Strong, Tiger, driver, the high stack, 1, 2, oh, so close.
Strong legs got Jay White out of that Excalibur.
And fans, thank you for joining us tonight on TBS and Max. And you can get a look at year 1 of AEW, all the pay-per-views, all the Dynamites from 2019, streaming now on Max. And Tony, this match, of course, is for the #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match, taking place next. Oh, Swerve stomp! Taking place next Wednesday night, a crucial #1 spot.
When we're in Clarksville, Tennessee next Wednesday. Then, of course, in 2 weeks, Maximum Carnage, Dynamite in Cincinnati.
As Swerve looking for the house call. No, Jay White slips in. Blade Runner attempt. Roderick Strong, Jay White, meeting of the minds. Swerve rolls White through, comes in, flatlines him.
Yeah, he stunned himself that time, too. Look how slowly he's getting up.
And that Casino Gauntlet match next week, it can end at any time. So the #1 seed is crucial to give yourself the best chances of earning a shot at Jon Moxley in the AEW World Championship in 2 weeks.
Well, you're assured of a shot because you're #1. Out of that, no one's assured of a shot. 1 and 2, and that would be it.
Swerve Strickland now turning to Roderick Strong, drives the boot into the face. I think Swerve may have lost track of Jay White. He's looking around. And now Swerve's caught Jay White. He sees him up against the ringside barricade. And
yeah, there he is.
Swerve Strickland walking the barricade. A driving pump kick into the jaw. Jay White spun around. And, oh, wait a second. Ricochet. Oh, Ricochet.
What did he hit him with?
A golden pair of scissors. Ricochet, who's been mocked relentlessly by Swerve Strickland over the last few weeks. And remember, this is a 3-way match. There's no disqualifications, Tony.
Absolutely, and Swerve has been decked. Swerve could have some lacerations on his forehead. Prince Nana can't believe it, and now Swerve face down. It's a chance for Roderick Strong or Jay White to advance here.
Yes, Swerve Strickland may be effectively neutralized for the rest of the match. Roderick Strong. Oh, wait a second. Blade Runner! Just like that. 1, 2, 3!
There's your winner.
To explain, Jay White.
Never lacking for confidence, and now he's got plenty. He's got the #1 in the Casino Gauntlet, the #1 spot for next Wednesday.
Switchblade Jay White, 1 step closer to earning a shot at Jon Moxley in the AEW World Championship. Is he King Switch? Is he the uncrowned king of AEW? We will find out, but
look at this.
Look at Ricochet now.
He's still there.
And Swerve is busted open badly.
Yeah, well, that's not surprising. He hit him with that point of his scissors on the forehead.
And
he still had, Ricochet still had the scissors in his right hand, Excalibur.
And Swerve is in no condition to defend himself right here. This is Nana attempting to intervene, but
I get it. He's emotional. I understand. But step back, Prince Nana.
Ricochet, this is a very surprising development from him. This is a man that usually does his talking inside the ring, but now, right in front of our desk. No!
Ricochet has the blood. Look at this, all over him from Swerve Strickland. And headbutting him. This is gross.
A gory scene playing out. Just inches away from us as Ricochet does not appear to be done.
You know what? Somebody needs to come out.
Well, Nana trying to take the chair away. Oh, Nana!
Oh, God, Nana hit
the edge of the steps and...
Oh! Ricochet is completely insane right now.
And this is all just because of some jibes from Swerve Strickland.
Exactly.
This is...
And now the taunts come from Ricochet.
The reactions of Ricochet completely out of sync with what Swerve did. I mean, think about it. Just days ago, Ricochet was in the semifinals of the Continental Classic. And now here he is, just a brutal, senseless assault on Swerve Strickland.
And he's not done, Excalibur. I don't know what he has planned next. Oh, spirit gun. He pointed at him. Here it comes.
It is the spirit gun on a completely defenseless Swerve Strickland. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I don't know if he's proud of himself. He's just insane is what he is. And now here comes
Undisputed Kingdom.
Yeah, O'Reilly and Adam Cole's come out. Roderick Strong gets to his feet. Maniacal laugh here right in front of us.
Ricochet has completely lost it. And I'm glad someone had the sense to intervene, Tony. This was... Who knows where Ricochet would have stopped?
Well, it's a very dangerous thing to do, to intervene when a man's got scissors in his hand, right? I mean, you got to rethink yourself here.
Ricochet now. The AEW security trying to drag Ricochet away from the building, and Swerve Strickland left bloodied. Prince Nana is down to our right, and this is...
Well, if this was a plan for Ricochet, he really succeeded. I don't know where Swerve's going to go from here.
Swerve Strickland is going to need some medical attention.
You're not kidding.
Witness the best wrestle live. This Saturday, professional wrestling history is once again made in Charlotte, North Carolina. The first ever Collision simulcast on TNT and Max brings 2 championship battles. Private Party defends the AEW Tag Team Championship against Leo Rush and Action Andretti. And Mark Briscoe challenges Daniel Garcia for the TNT title. Tickets to this and other huge events all month long, including 2 nights of Maximum Carnage in Cincinnati, are on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
Jay, Sanjay Sudnam, I've been trying to get a word with Jeff Jarrett all day. I haven't been able to find him. Have you guys talked with him?
Well, of course we talked to him. He's our buddy. But right now he's not answering his... Hey, Jeff.
Guys, y'all know I've been here all day. A lot going on. It's a really big night for me tonight. But y'all know where Karen's at?
Marvis, give us a second, would you? Jeff, it is a big night, and that's why I want to ask you, are you sure?
But before you answer that, just know that whatever you're planning, we will support you 100%. But
we want to make sure that you're sure about this.
Exactly.
You know, no regrets.
0 regrets.
Jay, Sanjay, the 3 of us, we go...
I needed a minute. I know this business is what brought us together, but it is also what has almost completely broken you at times. I know it's what's in your heart, and that's what makes this so hard. But what you want, I want. We're unbreakable, you and me.
Oh.
I was told not to say any more bad things about the women's division. Okay. I think the women's division is great. Happy? Good. Now let's talk about why. I had more matches last year than any other woman. In fact, nobody else in that locker room even cracked the top 10. They were all either faking injuries, failing auditions, or they can't even remember who they are. Meanwhile, I was doing my job better than any other woman alive. I left a trail of broken hearts, bodies, and minds, and I made it look so easy, you didn't even realize how good it was. I don't have epics. I am the epic. And now it's time for the greatest women's division to prove themselves to me. I am the woman from hell, and I am still standing on your necks, and you want a chance to even breathe again? You're gonna have to work for it. You can't touch me, but I'd love to see you try.
Tony, for as horrible of a person as Mariah May is, she makes a great point. I mean, she survived. Oh, wait a second.
Hang on.
I didn't know we were going to hear from Jeff Jarrett this soon. He was handed the boots by his wife Karen. That usually.
Yeah, we know what that usually means.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last outlaw, Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett taking center stage, and
I'm telling you, he's one of the greatest to ever step in the ring.
I guess we'll get started by saying, Slappy New Year, Asheville, North Carolina. All right, let's get right down to business. You know, over the last few days, I've been trying to figure out, put words together. A ton of emotions have come over me. At the very top of that list, the emotion of gratitude. There are so many things that I have to be thankful for in my career. And you know, it's sad for me to start thinking about things coming to an end. But when I started thinking about things coming to an end, it made me think of how everything began. For the Jarrett family, it started in 1946 in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. My grandmother took a second job selling professional wrestling tickets, and that decision changed my life, it changed my father's life, and it changed my entire family's life forever. She parlayed that decision into multiple high-risk, high-reward decisions, and she became the CFO of the Tennessee Territory, as it's commonly known in this industry. And then my dad got into the business. He promoted shows in high school. He wrestled. He became the most popular wrestler, and that afforded him the opportunity to actually buy the promotion. And after a series of a lot of high risk and high reward, he promoted in the Tennessee Territory for 40 years. And then that brings me to 1986. When I got into this industry, and I made my very first high-risk, high-reward decision. Against my family's wishes, against specifically my mother's wishes, I was playing college basketball as a freshman, and I dropped out of school and started my career. You know, I could go on and on and on about the high risk, high reward decisions, but I'll just talk about one more. In 2002, I bet on myself. I launched my own promotion. And in my professional opinion, that promotion has produced some of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. But that brings me to tonight. You know, as a 12-time World Heavyweight Champion, 2-time Hall of Famer, I have to ask myself, should the last outlaw just ride off into the sunset? And the answer is hell no. Because the thought that keeps going through my mind is, Jeff, when you've taken the biggest risk of your life, you've got the biggest reward. So I'm here to announce I signed my very last professional wrestling talent contract. I re-signed with AEW. Because the last outlaw wants one more ride. And I'm not just talking about any ride. The last outlaw wants AEW gold. And I'm not talking trios title. I'm not talking tag title. I'm talking about taking the biggest risk of my career. And hell yeah, I could fall flat on my face. Hell, next week there's a gauntlet, put my ass in it. Because I'm here to say, January 1st, 2025, the last outlaw, his New Year's resolution is that I want to become the AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
Wow, some great news from Jeff Jarrett. Throwing his hat in the ring, his guitar into the ring for the Casino Gauntlet match 1 week from tonight.
What a wonderful Dynamite moment, and it happened on Max in our historic beginning with Max, and it happened on New Year's Day, 2025.
Well, fans, let's take you back to take a look at the rivalry between one of the brightest young stars here in the AEW, the cold-hearted, handsome devil, Hook, who has found himself on the wrong side of Christian Cage, the patriarch. It was the fractured wrist. It was the revenge by Hook. And then ultimately, last Friday night, it was Hook getting revenge on Nick Wayne. But I don't think the cold-hearted, handsome devil is done just there.
Christian Cage, hope you're not looking forward to this new year. See, just because I beat your ass in luxury box a couple weeks ago, or since I choked out your son, Nick Wayne, in the middle of New York City, doesn't mean my job is finished. So why don't you go ask Nick what it's like being locked in the Red Room. So I'm gonna finish with that turtleneck started, choke your ass out.
A challenge made, and the match has been made. Dynamite Maximum Carnage 2 weeks from tonight. Hook one-on-one with the patriarch, Christian Cage.
This is a 2-on-1 match set for one fall. Approaching the ring from East Palo Alto, California, weighing 270 pounds, Powerhouse Hook.
Excalibur, a lot of big things going on tonight, I can tell you that.
is opponent Rob Killjoy and John Cruz.
And we're only in our very first show of the year. How about that?
Got a lot going on. We heard from Mariah May just putting the women's locker room on notice. We heard Jeff Jarrett saying he signed his final pro wrestling contract with AEW. But now we have Powerhouse Hobbs in the ring. And Powerhouse Hobbs, of course, had that incredible international championship title match with Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah, it was.
This past Saturday night. And Hobbs, unfortunately for him, defeated by Takeshita, but looking to get back to the winning ways and very nearly beheaded his opponent right there.
Well, we know Jay White is #1 in the Casino Gauntlet. We know that Powerhouse Hobbs, we've been told that he is going to be in the Casino Gauntlet as well. We'll see if his number's called before the match ends. That's always the risk. But
massive power slam. But Tony, I mean, a 2-on-1. The spine buster.
Wow. Rob Kilroy was. You could
he was here, but no longer.
Exactly. You could see the fear on his face when Powerhouse walked in. And let's see what he does with John Cruz.
Hobbs hoists up.
Oh, God.
Spine buster and the win.
Powerhouse.
If his number's called next week, Excalibur, I think he's one of the favorites. I really do, because of his power and demeanor.
Yeah, Will Hobbs starting the new year with a notch in the win column. Will the story be the same next Wednesday night in the Casino Gauntlet match? But right now, let's hear once again from Al Scoops, Alex Marvez.
Big Bill, Brian Keith, I gotta ask, where is Chris Jericho?
North Carolina. This place is great. It's good. It's aight. Well said, Apple. It's aight. But the Nueve, he's not coming here. Oh, the hometown heroes. I don't know who should be more ashamed. Y'all three for being proud of Asheville, or the people of Asheville for being proud of you. As the Learning Tree always says, home is where you find yourself. And we find ourselves in a situation where the hometown heroes need to be taken down a branch or two.
Yeah, rated R, dumbass.
That's your best thing? That's the best you got? Did Jericho feed you that line in your little earpiece there? No, he didn't? He has to prove everything, right? I tell you what, you're not a bad apple. You're like a little tumbleweed floating around. And you, God, your face is stupid. Charlotte, North Carolina, this Saturday, Collision. What do you say? Rated FTR against the Learning Tree. See you, kid. Bye, guys. Does he not see it?
Well, our main event on Dynamite coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Spot on.
Oh my God, congratulations on your big win, Adam Cole. Oh wait, that's right. You lost. And it took you a whole entire army just to beat me up. Typical. Well, finally, the chapter of Better Than You, Baby of my career, finally 2024 comes to a close mercifully. It's time for the next chapter, my friends. Now it's time for retribution. See, something was taken from me. Something that I did not lose fair and square. My Triple B! My championship! Is now being paraded around in a briefcase. By a man who walks around claiming he's the king of these lands. Well, Dictator John, I got a question for you, bud. What's a king to a god? Because ain't nobody, and I mean ain't nobody, on the level of the devil. Nobody knows that better than you, hey, Johnny boy? See, John, I don't got a problem with you. For all I care, you can burn this entire company to ashes. All I want is my championship, and I don't give a damn who has it, but I am getting it. Come hell or high water. Because 2025, the devil gets his due. Part 2.
Well, MJF, his New Year's resolution is very clear. Jon Moxley, a marked man, but with the Death Riders at his side, Tony, Moxley has looked unstoppable.
Yeah, I tell you one thing, MJF may want the world title, but he is not the only one that wants the world title in the beats of Jon Moxley.
Yeah, that's a great point. As our main event about to get underway, the ominous entrance of Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, and his destructive band.
Oh, here they come. You never know what part of the arena they're going to arrive from.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event tonight is a trios match set for one fall. Introduces first 2/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and the AEW World Champion,
Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli stepping into battle tonight. And Claudio Castagnoli, his dance card is pretty full up because this Sunday he heads to the Tokyo Dome to face Shota Umino. Wow. Jon Moxley's former protege, but Moxley dispatching Claudio to New Japan Pro Wrestling as the Death Riders' emissary of violence.
Shota Umino, we've seen him at Forbidden Door before. That kid is something else. That should be a great matchup. And there you take a look at Wheeler Yuta, who I still believe is brainwashed. Don't care what anybody says. I don't know how Jon Moxley did it.
Well, however he did it, the brainwashing of Wheeler Yuta is what allowed Moxley to remain AEW World Champion this past Saturday.
And their opponents first, from Asheville, North Carolina, at a combined weight of 443 pounds, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, FTR.
I mean, it's a great welcome for FTR anywhere we go, Tony, but especially here in Asheville.
You think you know me?
Joining me, weighing 241 pounds, the Rated R Superstar,
Wow, Rated R, FTR together at home. When Hurricane Helene hit Excalibur, I called all three of these men to check on them. And they all had their challenges, but pulled through. Cash Wheeler from here.